Hi, everyone. This is Jim Hahn with Real Life Rosary, and Happy New Year. This is the first day of the new year for the church's calendar, the first day of Advent, the first Sunday of Advent. And this is part of our 2017 Advent Scripture study. I'm glad that you're with us and hope you'll continue to join us with everyone else. Post your thoughts, your insights, your prayer requests, your meditations, those types of things on our Facebook page, our Facebook group page for the study. Feel free to do that. I'll post my reflections, this video, as well as the reflections that will be below it. You can check that out, but feel free to post your own, ask questions. Let's start a conversation. We try to make this sort of like we're all reading the readings for the day, and we're sitting around drinking a cup of coffee and discussing them and seeing how each of us reads those and what our different lens that we're looking through at the time is, and how we interpret those things, and how the Spirit's speaking to us through those words of Scripture. And today, I think the readings are all full of hope, and the church designs them just that way for us to be full of hope. We hear from Isaiah, from 1 Corinthians, from the Psalms, and from Mark. And all of them, in my mind at least, are full of hope. I've been struggling with a lot of lack of hope lately. And so these readings were perfect timing for me in my life. And you can read about that below this video. I won't go into all of it here in the video. But below it, you'll see that we've kind of arranged this so it's following the 4 simple steps to better scripture meditations, which is this book right here. If you want to use it, you can. If you want to use the Kindle version, you can, and then just download the free worksheet off the website. If you just want to read the readings and post your own thoughts, you can do that as well. In the first reading from Isaiah, one of the things that stuck out to me was he asked a question: why do you let us wander and harden our hearts? And I've always wondered that, why does God just allow us to wander off, wander into sin, harden our hearts? Why does he allow us to do that? And I asked my PSR class, my CCD class, that this morning. Basically, the answer is because he loves us. I know it sounds strange, but he allows us to harden our hearts, to wander away from us because of love. I mean, he loves us so much and respects us so much and created us out of this love that he allows us to go off on our own way. But he's always calling us back. And that's what Advent's about. It's about turning around. It's kind of like Lent. It's a time to turn around and prepare. So he's always calling us back. Why do you let us wander? He's calling us back. He's giving us a free will. He loves us and he wants us to do that. Later on in Isaiah, it says, would that we might be mindful of you, when you seek us, when you find us, when you return, really, that we might be thinking of you. Help turn our hearts and our minds back to you. Watch over us. And that's the same theme in the Psalms. Watch over us, Lord. Help us. Help us. St. Paul says basically the same thing, that we'll be strengthened, firm to the end, with all these gifts that we've been given. And then finally, Mark, as well, Jesus is telling us to watch. We can watch in a couple different ways. We can interpret this differently, depending on maybe the state of grace that we're in, we'll say. Last night I had the great opportunity to go to confession. It'd been a while, and I definitely needed it. I can always tell, so can my wife, tell when I need to go to confession. And so it was a great grace to be able to do that. And so when we talk about watching, when Jesus tells us to watch, to be ready, we can either watch out of fear, because we know we're not in the right, and we are fearful of the Lord's return, fearful of our death, fearful of not being ready. Or we can watch with joyful hope, which is what this season of Advent is about. Watching with joyful hope, waiting for the return of the Lord. It's so great that he came to us, so great that he saved us, but we should be looking anxiously. Man, I love this place. I love my kids, I love my family, but I can't wait for heaven. I can't wait for a new heaven and a new earth. So we should be watching with that anticipation, kind of like the kids get anxious and ready, right before Christmas or before St. Nicholas Day. Can't sleep. You're just so excited. I mean, that's really the way we should be as Christians. We should be excited. We should be ready. We should be watching in that sense, not so much in a sense of fear. If we do have that fear, confession is a great antidote. A lot of churches offer Advent penance services. You can go on Saturday. You can go anytime almost. just call the parish priest, make a good confession. It is awesome. So thanks for joining our study. That's just a little thought as I'm looking through the readings. The rest of my meditations and breaking them down are underneath this video and our blog post. Feel free to read those as well. Hope you continue to study with us and contribute. We'd love to hear your thoughts and your prayers and anything else you have to offer. May God bless you. Let's have an awesome Advent. Everybody keep hope. God bless you. Bye.